Sonor family. It's Jules on a Monday morning. Hope you've had a good weekend. Hope you have a good weekend coming up. Got a few things to talk about today. Um, Over the weekend, I released a video. It was an interview with Mark Eldridge from Artisan Customs. And Mark makes some absolutely beautiful woodworking items, drumstick holders, pods, and tables for drummers, guitar players, techs, whatever. There's all kinds of stuff he's got available. Somebody mentioned on one of Todd Zuckerman's posts on Facebook that they wished he would make a trumpet stand, and Todd said he'll do it, and mentioned that Mark is a salt of the earth kind of guy, and that's the exact vibe I got from Mark when I met him in person in Nashville, and did the interview with him. I don't know him as intimately as Todd and some of the other Styx guys do, but I got a pretty good feel for what kind of guy Mark is, and just seemed like a straight up great guy to me. So, if you're in the market for any of that stuff, or if you maybe aren't, but you like to support people who try to do good things, I highly recommend that you go to his site and I'm looking for, well, it's artisancustoms.com. So go to that site, look at the beautiful stuff he's got. Maybe pick you something out and order it. You know what? He's got tons. If you didn't see the interview, I really think you should watch it. And he's got tons of wood stock pieces in his supply. And if you can dream up something, I'm sure he can do it. He's got an affinity for redwood, California redwood, but that is not all he does, as you can see from the other things he's done. He's done the marble wood stuff for Todd and others. He's done different colors for Todd as well, or different woods rather, when Todd was still playing Pearl. For Gabs, Dornyei, he's doing three different color sets for the different stuff that Gabs has. And speaking of Gabs Dornier, Gabor Gabs Dornier. He prefers to be called Gabs. It's actually in the afternoon. It's in the evening, really, and I'm drinking on this. If you can see what it is, and you cannot. There we go. It's a big one, and I got a lot to do around here. I've got an inspection in the morning, and I have not begun to get ready. So I'm going to be up all night, I guess. So anyway, keeping in mind it is Sunday night while I'm filming this. So let me keep this thing moving. I do have some good things to talk about. Um, this week, finally going to press the Artist Bronze into service. I'm going to change out the head. I have not decided what head I'm going with yet. I always save the factory heads off this stuff because when I sell it, and I know I will, whether it be a month, 6 months, or 2 years, or whatever it is, sooner or later, Sonor's going to come out with something else I've got to have, and this is no longer going to be that important to me. So, if you want to go ahead and put dibs in on it now and get a good deal on it ahead of time, we can work something out. So, this coming Sunday at 6 o'clock Eastern time in the United States, I'm playing a I've got it written down. Praise Gathering. Hello. All I got to do is find it. Yep, Praise Gathering. No transmission slipping up here. Playing a Praise Gathering with a lot of wonderful people. And the Minister of Music is a gentleman I've been playing with since 1997. I'm very excited about the music. I'm very excited to get that snare drum out and cranked up, and not literally, but getting it running, going. And I'm telling you, it's been one of those days. But anyway, so that's going to be a good event. Whether or not there's going to be audio or video worthy of presenting as a representation of the drum sound, I'm just not sure. Last I know is that he was looking to buy some cheap um, drum mics, and these are big drums. I mean, we're looking at 13, 16, 18, 22, and then this snare drum plus. he's got a portable PA, and they're going to tie that, as far as I know, into the house PA at the church. But my expectations for professional sound quality, well, there just really aren't any. Particularly when you go cutting corners, not having subs and a portable PA, and on top of that, you're going to introduce budget microphones. I had a line on some more professional type stuff, but that fell through. And then when I found out he was bringing a portable PA, I'm like, you know what? He's going to overwhelm because he's already got two keyboard players, and he's wanting to run a bunch of mics and all that through there, vocals and all. So getting kind of bogged down here, I think. But point of all that yapping is that I'm not anticipating having something where I'm going to want to say, "Hey, y'all, listen to the fabulous sound of these drums." Now that brings me to another point. I have got the EC2s on top and EC Rezos on the bottoms, and to start with, I liked them, but people were telling me they didn't sound good. They were sucking all the tone out. And even my daughter on a recent trip, we were listening through the car system, and she said, "Dad, your drums sound dull." And I think she was referring to the toms because I was doing something on the toms. She said those sound dull, and I tend to respect her opinion. Not that I don't expect or respect the opinion of others that made comments, but when she said they sounded dull, I'm like, you know what? This is bad. So, gonna go with G1s on the tops and leave the EC Rezos on the bottom. The only difference between that and the G1s, unless I am sorely mistaken, is going to be that little printed tone ring around the edge. And I don't think that's going to cut enough brilliance or tone out of the drums to warrant reheading everything. And I'm just not in a position this week to do a top and bottom rehead. I don't have, all I've got is one set of G1s for the tops. So I don't even have a set to go on the bottoms. And I probably, when the day comes that I do a full rehead, very likely to go with ambassadors, tops, and bottoms. Anyway, that's that with all of that. And I guess that's got me about wrapped up for today. I've had several naps this afternoon, and it's going to be a long night ahead. I hope that by the time this actually comes out at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm already in the bed asleep. Got some cool stuff. Got the interview with Gabs coming out Saturday. Got a couple that are working on getting finalized. I mean, the recording's all done. Just got to get an approval on one and finish my post on the other, and that should happen the next couple of days. And then I'll pick. Well, if I don't have the approval from Lamar Carter, I'm going to go ahead and run the Kevin Hernandez first, and I don't know when I'm going to hear back from Lamar. I mean, it's like crickets, and so I'm not sure. I hope everything's going good with Lamar. He was in Europe last I knew. At any rate, got other stuff coming up, folks, and it's going to be good. We got some good times coming, I really believe. And this year, I think to a large degree, it's kind of flatlined. If you just didn't have a lot of money in your pocket, there wasn't any high-end Sonor gear that was just available to whoever just wanted to buy some. Of course, Sonor's always that way anyway. I mean, Sonor is not they're not a bargain basement company to start with. And then, like I've mentioned too, the AQ2s, I've got no qualms with them personally. The only reason I'm not buying them is because I've got SQ1s, and I would have to sell those to buy the AQ2s. And then lastly, and I'm repeating myself from several prior comments, but I'm not a collector. I'm just not a collector. I can buy something and I know that in 6 months to a year, it's not going to be with me. So there is absolutely zero point in me buying something to play it for a little while and flip it. That's a limited edition type thing. It's going to lose value in the short term and probably be worth a whole lot one day, but not right now. And I'm just not in the market to do it. If I could buy one and sit on it unopened, I might would do that. But as far as, the things are just kind of tight right now. It's just been one of those spells for a little while here, and it's gonna bust loose eventually. But anyway, again, I'm getting kind of out in the weeds. Point is, AQ2s are great. I would buy one if I were you and thought you might want it. I don't think you'd ever regret that purchase. It's a great sounding drum set. If you look at the page here, or if you look at the channel, the last Coffee with Jules actually put a link in there to where a guy did a full blown recording, a full, fully professional recording session with the AQ2s. They're very punchy. They sound great. There's guys out there gigging and maybe touring with those. They are not a joke. They are not an entry level drum set. And think what you want to think about whatever aspect of it you want. They're beautiful, they're practical, they're functional, they're rock solid, and they sound good. And I'm just not real sure what else you can try to wring out of a drum set. It really checks all the boxes. So, once again, I'm going to say I've yapped enough, and I think I'll get off here so I can hit some more of my coffee and more content this week, I'm quite sure. And if nothing else, I'll see you Friday. Hope you have a good week. Thank you.